Hey everybody, wake up. This is Wake Up with Mark Joyner, episode number 67. And today we will discuss whether the world is conspired against you. All right, so is the world conspired against you? Maybe your family's conspired against you. Maybe they're plotting and scheming behind your back. Maybe your business partners are conspiring against you. Maybe they are talking behind your back. They don't want you to succeed. They're jealous. They're jealous of your success, so they're going to sabotage your success. Maybe the government's out to get you. Maybe there are elements inside the government, also known as the deep state, who are conspired against you, the entrepreneur. They want to usher in a socialist utopia, and there is no place for you in it. Maybe that's happening. Or maybe you're a member of the DSA, and the big businesses are conspiring against you. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe we're all conspiracy theorists. Maybe we all believe in different conspiracies. I think we do. I think almost all of us do. Especially the guys who are labeling other guys as conspiracy theorists. They especially are conspiracy theorists, those guys. They just believe different conspiracies. Check yourself if you don't think it's true. Dig deep. Dig deep. I bet it's true. I bet it's true. So what do we do about this? What do we do about this? Is it healthy? Is paranoia healthy? No, it's not. What's it going to do? Paranoia by definition, all right, is when you don't know whether or not something is true and you're allowing your imagination to run amok. So how do you handle this? How do you handle this? What you got to do, first thing, is look at what you can actually know. Look at reality. Look at facts on the ground. Don't listen to the pundits or the gossips. And by the way, news and gossip, there's almost no difference these days anymore, it seems. It seems that what we are fed as journalism on whatever side you're on is all junk food. It's all garbage. None of it is really all that intellectual. All of it is pushing you in a particular direction. It's talking down to you. It's getting you all emotionally riled up. The same way a gossip will get you emotionally riled up about somebody that they're trash talking. It's the same phenomenon. It's the same phenomenon. So how do you handle these things? You handle both of them the same way. When you talk to that gossip, you say, well, did you see that with your own eyes? Are you telling me something you know for sure? Is this something you heard? Is this something you overheard? Or is this something you suspect? Tell me the reality. What did you actually see? And if you saw it, can I verify it myself? Is there a way for me to verify it, or do I have to accept your word? I would say the same thing to journalists. Can I see what you're saying? Can I actually see it? Or are you just evoking suspicion in my mind? Are you playing on my suspicions? Aha, I'm right. That expert corroborated my suspicion. Ergo, it must be true. No, that is not evidence. Well, it is a form of evidence. It's not the form of evidence upon which I would base my decisions about things. So start with that. Start with the reality. Start with what you can know. Next thing is do we need to find the better nature in everybody and think that maybe they're operating out of their own best interest and maybe even for mine, that they have good intentions? Should we just assume that? No, because not everybody operates out of your best interest all the time. They're usually operating out of their own best interest. You can almost be assured of that most of the time, most people. Right? Even when they say they're doing stuff that's altruistic, often there is some underlying motive. He's trying to impress a girl or impress somebody, or he learned somewhere that that's how you look good in front of people. There's some underlying motive for most people, even in the altruistic stuff that they're doing. And sometimes people do want to cause you harm. That's real. But if we go around suspecting that all of the time, we are going to be quite paranoid. And in fact, we're also going to see demons where they don't exist. We're going to find problems where we only had suspicions, and we will thus create the problem out of thin air. We will manifest the problem out of nothing. So sometimes it's good to see reality as it is. Assume that person, talk to them as if they made the best decision, the healthiest thing, like they had the best intentions. But don't operate under the illusion that you know that for sure. Give them the benefit of the doubt, but confirm. Confirm. This is why Reagan was fond of saying, trust but verify. Most of us do a lot of trusting. We trust a particular group to feed us our opinions, be it the gossips or the journalists that confirm our bias, or the business friends that we trust. We trust them, but we don't verify. We don't verify. We should always verify. We should always know what we can know and what we can't know. And navigating this is very, very important to be successful in life, or to even be minimally healthy, because most of us are not navigating it very well at all. We are running around with a tremendous amount of stress, and this only adds to that stress. I mean, think about it, right? If you had this intellectual overlay over your entire existence of, man, everybody is out to get me, could you imagine how much stress your body must be under? That is almost the definition of stress, is it not? When your body suspects that it's in danger, it's going to be shutting down other processes so that it can make you alert and ready for battle. That is why the stress mechanism works the way it is, and it's why it's also so destructive. Now, there are times when it's useful. When there are real battles to fight, you should not be expending your blood flow on digestion, right? Or on healing, because it's fight or die. It's fight or die. The body is wise enough to know that. But most of the time, we're not under threat, but we're still under stress. And this prevents us from healing, prevents us from digesting, physically and psychologically, right? We need the shutdown time. We need to recuperate. So it would be wise to train yourself how to recuperate properly. But that begins with the right view of the world, the view of the world based on what you can actually know, and to accept that there are going to be things you cannot know, and to not create demons out of nothing. All right, guys, that's it for today. I know there have been a few little lags in between the last one and this one. I was fighting a bit of a cold. I think it was the world conspiring against me, trying to prevent me from making these videos. Just kidding. There's going to be another video coming out in about exactly 1 hour, where I am going to be live with the great Rory Stern. We are going to be analyzing Facebook ads and landing pages from the lens of Facebook compliance. Now, there are a lot of people out there who believe that Facebook has conspired against them. Okay, Rory is a guy who has done millions of dollars in ads, so he knows what gets approved and what doesn't. I think he understands probably better than most people what their policies are, what they're looking for, and what they're not looking for. Yes, it does appear that they are accelerating the rate at which they are shutting certain ad accounts down, shutting certain pages down. It would be wise from a business perspective, if you want to remain on their platform. It's their platform, it's their rules. You got to play by their rules, right? Wouldn't it be wise to understand how to operate within those rules? That is exactly what we're going to be talking about here in 1 hour. I encourage you guys to come back on with ads ready to critique. Okay, there are not a lot of folks who have submitted them yet. We want to get tons of these so that we can have lots of examples so that everybody can benefit. So if you want to get Rory's eyes on your stuff to make sure it's going to be compliant, post it in the comments below, all right? Or pop up live in here in about 1 hour and post it in the comments of that live stream itself. And we will be on Zoom. Rory will be able to screen share what he's looking at. So any of the links that have ads that we will critique will be shared on the screen in the live broadcast. And Rory will let you know, hey, this is compliant, this is not compliant, this is how I would change it. All right, now I'm going to be grilling Rory too, asking him all the hard questions, because I want to know this just as much as you guys do. And I hope to see you all there in about 1 hour.